which broke away from the political party led by Gilchrist Olympio. Why did they break away? Why don't they want the election to hold? What are the issues in Togo? We'll be talking about that. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So, who is Habia Nicodemos?
Habia Nicodemos, I'm a human rights defender and politician, both together. And right now, I'm a Chobwe movement leader from Togo.
You were a member of the ANC of Gilchrist Olympio?
No, UFC.
UFC of Gilchrist Olympio.
Yeah.
How long were you in that political party?
Since the first day. I was a youth leader for 20 years for that political party. After that, I became a vice chairman or vice president of that party. Till last year, I was sacked from the party because I disagree with Mr. Olympio's politics with Fonya Singbe.
What is Mr. Olympio's done? What has Mr. Olympio done?
He signed an agreement with Fonya Singbe, Yadema's son, that the first time, the beginning, we agree with him, but finally we see that he's not helping Togolese people with his agreement because he's the only person, as far as everybody knows Mr. Olympio as a charismatic leader in Togo. But finally we see that he wants to help Fonya Singbe to remain on power.
Why did you agree? So you agreed with him first because you thought it would bring peace, his relationship with Nyasingbe. But now you feel he's playing to the tune of Mr. Nyasingbe?
Yeah, because I'm a human rights defender. I'm fighting for people's rights. And for me, when Mr. Olympio signed that agreement, it should be a peaceful changes in Togo. Because Togolese are having political problem for a long time. A year the man for Nyasingbe's father spent 8 years in power before he passed away. And when for Nyasingbe came, he spent 10 years already. So according to the Togolese, he doesn't need to stand for any election again in Togo. So I went to Mr. Olympio. I came to him in Accra, here at Accra, talked to him that I disagree to help Fonya Singbe to stand again for the election. So he doesn't want to understand me. And he told me clearly that we need to help him to stand again once.
Why?
I don't know.
The decision to support Fonya Singbe's third term bid, was it a decision ratified by the political party or was it Olympio's personal decision? It's
Olympio's personal decision.
You are sure about that?
Oh, sure.
There was no party forum to discuss this matter?
Not at all. Not at all.
Does your party have a national meeting or congress? What kind of structures do you have in your political party?
We have a political committee and we have congress too. Yeah.
And the issue never came up at congress?
Never.
As to whether to support
Fonya Singbe or not, no.
So why were you expelled from the party? If the decision was a personal decision by Olympio, why were you expelled from the party?
Yeah, because I openly disagree with the agreement he signed with Olympio's Fonya Singbe's party. Because I see that the reason why he signed the agreement is not clear for the population. And we have been asking the question that why Mr. Olympio has signed an agreement with Fonya Singbe, but we are seeing that Fonya Singbe is going to stay in power like his father. So that's why we don't understand.
What does the Togolese constitution say about term limits?
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. I think we are here to clarify or make people understand what is going really in Togo about the constitution. In 1992, we have a popular vote for referendum in 1992. And from that time, it's only 2 terms. You can stand for election for only 2 terms.
And each term has how many years? 5 years?
5 years. And in 2002, we have we call it monocolor parliament. It's only the Yadema's parties who was in the parliament. And they changed the constitution that time. That Yadema can stay till he won to stay. So there's no limit. So in 2005, when Yadema passed away, Nyasingbe came to the power. That time, they killed more than 1,500 people.
You are alleging.
In 2005. More than 1,500 people before he came to the power.
So he came to power in 2005 based on the 2002 constitution. But you said that constitution removed term limits.
They remove it. They are party because that time opposition was not in the parliament.
Good. So the constitution you run with now does not impose a term limit on the presidency.
No.
So if Nyasingbe wants to go for a third term, he's not violated the constitution.
He violated it. They violated the constitution in 2002 because they know their plan. Because they know the father was sick and the father will pass away. That's why they changed the constitution. So the constitution we need to respect is the constitution we have for the popular vote in 1992.
In the 2005 election, did your party win any seats in parliament?
2005 election.
Because are you saying that the parliament you have in Togo is still full of Eyadema's people?
No, in 2002, before the change.
I know. Yeah, but I'm asking this because even if they have a constitution in 2002, that's 12 years ago. So the new parliament, have they not been able to change the constitution? Don't you have some of your didn't your party win any seats?
Last year, the Nyasingbe's parliamentarians sent the proposal to the parliament, but they rejected it themselves. His own MPs reject the amendment he sent to the parliament.
What was the amendment?
About 2 terms election, only 2 terms election.
So his own party wanted to have a term limit to overturn the 2002 constitution, but he rejected it.
You know, it's a game. It's a game. It's the prime minister who sent, or the government who sent the amendment to the parliament
to impose a 2-term limit.
2-term limit. But their own MPs reject what they sent to the parliament.
So their party is divided about the term limit issue. Some people want a term limit, some do not want it.
Yeah.
And in your party, your leader agrees with Eyadema that we should remove the term limit, but you don't agree.
I don't agree.
How many of your party members share your position?
Right now, the Mr. Olympio's party, everybody are leaving the party because they disagree with what Mr. Olympio is doing. It's like Mr. Olympio sold the country to Nyasingbe. That's what is happening.
That's your allegation.
Not my the population, Togolese or the US Mr. Olympio's party's members' allegation. It's clear to everybody that Mr. Olympio is like he sold the country to Nyasingbe because you can't. Somebody like a Yadema cannot rule that country with iron hand for 38 years, and his son too will come and do the same thing.
But his son was elected legitimately.
Let me tell you that
Eyadema came to power in a coup d'etat.
Yeah.
Where he ousted Olympio's father. But this Eyadema, the son, was one. I remember we covered that election in 2004.
Yeah, they covered the election you cover. Let me tell you that it was a coup d'etat too, because they killed more than 1,500 people.
We can't see, hold on, we can't prove that here. So
no, but if you were in Lome, you saw how they killed people that time in 2005.
Okay, so there was violence during the election, but he won the election.
No, he never won. Don't talk about violent election. Say that someone won the election.
No, but you cannot illegitimize an election. Because we have to agree that he's been in power after winning 2 elections.
That party never won an election.
Okay, then we don't even have to have this conversation, because if he didn't win an election, why are you talking about a term limit? If he didn't win an election, why are you talking about a term
That's limit? Why we're talking about a reform now in Togo. We need a reform to change the system. Our system is not good. It's a dictatorship system.
A few days ago, the Ghanaian president, who is the chairman of ECOWAS, met leaders of your country. I don't know whether you were in that meeting. They gave a 10-day extension asking for the voter ballots. Sorry, the poll, the register, to be cleaned up, to allow for cleaning the register, and then the vote to be held. Did you agree to that decision? Did you agree to what ECOWAS came to do to ask the election to be postponed?
We need ECOWAS to do more, because what they are doing right now, 10 days is not enough, because the the electoral system is corrupted. It's corrupted. If you see Lome, or anytime we are going to have election, like parliamentary election, the number of the population is going down. But if we have to have the presidential election, the number increase.
The number in the electoral register,
yes,
is higher than the number of people who live in the country.
In the country, like if you go to Kara, where foreign Simbe from now, you see
where his father is from, because his mother is not from Kara. His mother
four is from Kara.
No, but Four's mother is from.
But he's from Kara because his father from Kara.
Yes,
his father from Kara.
Yeah, as a matter of public knowledge, Foreign Simbe's mother is not from Kara.
But Four's father is from Kara.
Yes, that's not disputable. So what
you said I want to let people know. Yeah, let people know that.
So you're saying that in terms of the numbers,
yeah,
when election comes, what happens in Kara?
The number grow, increase in Kara all the time. So right now, our electoral system is corrupted, and everybody knows. Even one of the party that we call Parti des Togolais, Togolese party of Alberto Olympio, had a press conference last week to show clearly the way the system is corrupted. And now the Francophonie is working right now on that system in Togo. But we don't want 10 days is not enough. It's too
Who is
small.
Francophonie?
Francophonie is a French-speaking organization in the whole world.
Are they the ones to clean up the electoral register? Are they the ones to make it more...
They want to come and see if the system is okay to go to the election.
But you think 10 days is not enough?
It's not enough.
How long do you think they should postpone it?
We need 3, according to the engineer Alberto Olympio, he said 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months to clean up the register?
Yes.
For it to be credible for elections
for
to
the election,
be held.
yes.
Did the opposition meet the ECOWAS leaders when they came to Togo?
Sure.
Did you tell the ECOWAS leaders this?
Yeah.
What did they say to you as a response?
No, they say, according to some of our guys, they agree with what Mahama said, but we say it's not enough because that was diplomatic. What he said.
So it was Mahama's intervention that led to a 10-day extension, but you wanted more. You wanted
10 days is not enough. To me, we want reform. We want election to be stopped. To have reform, we need a transition in Togo. Without transition in Togo, transition and work on the reforms. Without those things, there will be a violence in Togo.
So if the election, what's the date for the election now? After the
25th of the next
April.
month. Yeah.
If the electoral register is not cleaned up, you think the election will be filled with violence? People will not agree.
Let me tell you, even yesterday, one of the journalists said that he had a press conference yesterday. It's Nicodème Habia. He said that according to the prophecy, or I don't know, he had a prophecy. He said that if we have election in Togo, it will be a violence, serious violence in the country. So to him, we need transition, like we are saying.
Is there a credible alternative to Nyasimbe for in Togo? Person, is there somebody who's prominent and popular enough to win?
For is not popular, and For can never win election in Togo because of their past. He can never win election.
But he won 2 elections.
He never won election.
Well, that's what you're saying, but we know.
No, that's why people. People know.
As a matter of international fact, he's won 2 elections. He was positioned as a younger, more modernized version of his father. Schooled in France, he is not typically from one side. His mother is from the south. So we're told. And
I don't know why you always say that his father, the mother is from south. No,
he's not.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay, but that's what you've presented. That his father is from Kara.
No, I don't care. He's from Kara.
Fine.
And he's dangerous than his father.
So who is the credible alternative to Foreign Assembly?
Transition.
Transition is the alternative.
Yeah, for him, because we want to save him. We want to help him. Without that, he's going to be in danger.
Is Gilchrist Olympio a credible alternative to Foreign Assembly? Can Olympio be president?
If he want to be a president, but right now Togolese lose hope on Mr. Olympio. Togolese lost hope.
Are you the next hope of Togo?
Warum nicht? Why not?
So, is this all about your personal ambition that you want to compete against Foreign Assembly?
I'm not ready. I'm not going for election. I'm not standing for the election. No, but I'm ready to fight for a clear and transparent election in Togo. That's all. I'm not going to the election.
Who organizes elections in Togo?
It's the government.
You don't have an independent electoral commission?
We have independent, but it's not a technical, it's a political electoral commission in Togo.
What's the evidence? Who is the chairman of the commission?
It's from the four party. Four nominated him.
No, but in our country, the president nominates the electoral commissioner, but he's not a member of his party.
Then this is a member of his party.
As a matter of record.
Sure, he was working under Minister of Interior.
Do you think the ECOWAS and the world is paying enough attention to what's happening in Togo?
They have to. They have to, because they didn't supposed to wait till Togolese start killing themselves before they will come like what's happening in Burkina Faso.
Is there a similarity between what's happening in Togo and what happened in Burkina Faso?
But it's more than what's happening in Burkina Faso, because it's the same thing they are doing. And right now, like from today or tomorrow, there will be demonstrations in Togo
against the election.
Oh, sure, against the election. And workers too are striking. They are not working. People are not working in Togo.
This is very interesting. We're talking to the youth leader, formerly of Gilchrist Olympio's party. He was kicked out of the party because he publicly disagreed with Gilchrist Olympio's peace pact with Nicodème Habia Nicodemos. He says he's leading a movement called Choboy, who are asking ECOWAS and other West African leaders to postpone the Togolese election further by at least 2 to 3 months. They think that 10-day postponement is not enough to clean up the electoral register. He says that there's never been a free and fair election in Togo, and that there was an attempt to impose a term limit on Faure Gnassingbé, who's been in power since 2005, but that has failed. And he thinks that that is a recipe for chaos. He compares the Togolese situation to that of Burkina Faso. So right now, if your efforts don't succeed and Faure Gnassingbé goes for the election, we understand he's going to compete against a certain 62-year-old politician. I think his name is
Jean-Pierre Fabre.
Jean-Pierre Fabre. Can he win?
Even there's fair election today, Fabre will win election.
If it was a free election?
Yeah, Fabre is the most popular leader today.
But he would lose because the register is not credible.
Yeah, and we are not going to have a fair election. If he goes to that election, he will fail, because nothing is clear. It's no transparency over there. But if we have clear election today, Jean-Pierre Fabre will win that election.
So what would it take to have a clean electoral register? Is it, apart from the fact that you need 3 months, what must happen? Must they re-register people in Togo? Must they start a new register? What should they do?
Yeah, they have to do new process. Everything should be new. We need to begin everything.
A new process.
New process.
Registering people.
Yes, it's better to have a peaceful, no violent election. That's why we need.
And Togolese people tired of protesting, because I know, I mean, when I was in secondary school, one of my mates was a Togolese, and he was even having an infection in his eye because he was on the street protesting against Eyadema, and he had tear gas in his eyes. I know Togolese have protested against even the original Eyadema. Yeah. And they're tired of protesting and they just want peace.
Yeah,
so they will not support, they may not support.
No, the person you have in front of you been to prison 2 times. I was put in prison by Eyadema, torture. Yes, but I'm not tired
you are
to fight.
Not tired.
No.
But are your citizens, and they're more important, because where the world is getting to, West Africa is moving very fast. People are competing for investors. Instability does not reward anybody.
So what caused that instability is the dictatorship. That's why ECOWAS and Mahama, even Rawlings, Kufuor, that's what they have to do. Talk to Faure Gnassingbé. That's what he's doing is very bad. These people, that they have to talk to Faure Gnassingbé, Rawlings, Mahama, Kufuor, all those people need to go to Togo. Tell Rawlings, tell Faure Gnassingbé what you are doing. You have to stop it. You want to talk about investment. You want to talk about democracy. You want to talk about the development. But without how can I say, free election, without changes, how can we talk about investment?
How
you know what? Yeah. If you say people are tired, one day, what you don't want, that's what people will come for.
Question: How influential are Ghanaian leaders? How, you mentioned Rawlings, Kufuor, and Mahama. Are they? How influential are they with Togolese leaders and people? If they came to Togo to make a statement, will people believe them? I mean, do Togolese leaders listen to Ghanaian?
Is Ghana ready today to have about 4 million or 2 million Togolese refugees again? If you are ready, we are ready too.
No, you can't say that on the
No, that's a question because Togolese don't go to Benin to be a refugee.
So
because our families, this is Togo and Ghana, the same country. So you have to know
lots of Togolese prefer coming to Ghana than going to Benin.
Yeah, we have our families in Ghana.
So if there's any instability in Togo, Ghana will bear the brunt of it.
Oh sure, you got more refugees, 2 to 4 million Togolese in Ghana.
Why don't you go back to your party and humble yourself and go through the process and then change it from within?
Go back to my country,
your party.
My party, and humble myself.
Yes.
Over my dead body.
Oh really?
Yes.
So you're not going back to Olympio's party?
No, because he betrayed the fight.
But you know that fragments the opposition.
No.
Because now there's there's Gilchrist Olympio, and there's an engineer Olympio.
Yes.
So now you have 3 different groups of people. So what you're doing is that you are making it easy by your actions. You are actually making it easy for Eyadema to win because now you have 3
I didn't
blocks.
quit the party.
You were sacked.
I was sacked.
Go and beg them.
Never. Because I'm a popular guy, young guy. I never begged to eat.
But my question to you is that think about the political cost of what you're doing. The Togolese population have a choice to make between Eyadema or an opposition party, but the opposition is fragmented. So you are making it more difficult for opposition to ever win an election.
Never.
By this your movement you call
even
Choboy movement.
Yeah, Choboy. If you say Choboy, people say hey.
No, but we know it's our language, so you won't come and tell me what
okay,
Choboy means.
so it's a Choboy.
I know what Choboy means.
Okay, it's a wake-up call.
Yes.
It's for warriors. You see, so we are warriors and we are ready for everything.
But see, the rhetoric you are using is out of date with everything modern because if you listen to where the world is headed to.
Don't talk about the world. Don't compare Togo to the world. Togo is a dictator country.
Yes, but
so we are fighting. You have to fight the dictator.
No, hold on.
Do you know what? You can never have election.
My dear friend.
Okay.
Togo is part of the world. Togo imports and exports.
Yeah.
Togolese travel outside. Togo needs investors. So you cannot. I'm saying that your posture is out of sync with what the world is tolerates. The language you're using and the rhetoric.
That's a real language Togolese need now.
No, but
and Togolese are happy with that language.
Well, but we are not able to ascertain that for a fact, and we are in Ghana. We are not in Togo.
No, yeah.
And so we don't encourage.
No, yeah. Let me say.
Hold on. We don't encourage. We don't encourage inflammatory language on our airwaves.
No. Because here we have democracy in Ghana.
Yeah, but that democracy.
But in Togo, that's the way we need right now.
Do you have radio stations in Togo?
But why not?
Do you have private radio stations?
Yes.
Are you able to say what you feel in Togo?
More than that, you don't allow me to talk. In Togo,
you can say anything you want.
Anything I want.
Yes.
Against Fonya Singh, because he's an enemy for the country.
Yeah, but that you see the reason why we've done better is that we control what is said on air in a way that will not destroy our country.
Don't compare Ghana to Togo. I told you already.
Okay.
To Ghana, we have democracy. You have democracy in Ghana.
Okay.
Togo is pure dictator, 200%.
Even though he won 2 elections.
He never won election.
What did he win?
They stole election.
Okay, so he won a disputed election.
That party never won election in Togo.
Okay.
So if you can go back to your files,
yes.
See what the soldiers done during the election time. You talk about 2005.
I thought Olympio conceded because I remember we even interviewed him. If you remember, he conceded the election to Fonya.
No, never. That's Olympio. Togolese never considered election to Fonya.
Olympio is the leader of the opposition at the time.
That time,
and he conceded.
So he fell.
But he's still your leader.
No, it's not my leader.
He's the leader of the party his father founded.
No, people don't like him. His father. No, people don't even like that name. Olympio in Lome can never go out.
We can't prove that here.
Yeah, but I have to tell you, let you know, because we are not in Togo.
Okay.
So I'm the one who need to tell you.
So what's your message to Ghanaians?
My message to Ghanaians is that it's clear for me. I want Ghanaians to talk to Fonya Singh that we need peace in the sub-region. We don't need political problem in Togo anymore. So to have peaceful election in Togo, we need transition, we need a reform so that everything will be clear for everybody. if four want to be a candidate or stand for election, he can stand after the reform. So that's my message for Ghanaians.
I have a special song for you. The song was sung by Hugh Masakela. The song is titled Change. So I'm playing it for you and your Choboy movement. It says everything. Youth leader in Togo who says what's happening in Togo is not a democracy, and that the 10-day extension of the election is not enough. They need at least 3 months. He's appealing to President Mahama, former President Rawlings and Kufuor. Sky is quite close to the Togo situation as well. Sky, you were with me when we were covering. Okay, we didn't go to Togo, but we had a lot of correspondence in Togo during the 2005 election, and a lot of people felt that even though Faure was the son of Nyasingbe Eyadema, he was a bit more modern, and therefore it was a move forward.
That's right.
That doesn't appear to be the feeling on the ground. Some people think he's not as democratic as they would expect.
Exactly. I mean, if you see the disputes we're seeing in the Nyasingbe family too, I mean, the arrest of the brother of attempted coup plot and so many other issues coming up. The Yadema dynasty or the Nyasingbe dynasty has its own peculiar problems. The infighting to take over, all these things have undermined.
He arrested his own brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Put him in prison.
Away.
Nyasingbe Rock.
Pacha and all these guys. So it's a big issue in Togo, and they're suspicious of each other because it's a particularly large family, and Faure was brought in after they had removed the Speaker of Parliament. The Speaker was outside the jurisdiction when the father died. When he was announced, the Speaker was on his way back to
because by the constitution he was supposed to be there, take over, and they put Faure on put Faure.
Yeah, that's right. They didn't allow his plane to land. So, the speaker had to go back, and then they made arrangements to make, for the speaker so that he could become the president, the interim president. Yes. And that created serious turbulence. You saw the violence that created it, and ECOWAS and the world had to intervene to allow elections to happen. He had to step down, and he stepped down for elections to come off. And he won the elections. I mean, there are people who would say that it was a disputed election because we saw the number of people who eventually died as a result of that election. Again, Togo historically has had troubled elections. I mean, anytime there were elections, you saw people protesting, you saw people dying as a result. And the military has always been used for some reason, to quell some of these demonstrations. And normally you saw people dying. And the reason why Ghana should be concerned about what's happening in Togo, as he stated, is that, living in the Volta region in those days, it was clear that anytime there was trouble in Togo, we always felt the ripples. They left their country in large numbers because of the relationship we have. So
Ghana should take a more dominant role.
Exactly.
And more active role than the passive role.
That's right.
So do you get the sense that there is some disquiet in Togo over the election?
Exactly. I mean, even a couple of days ago, I think there was something was it Dapango or
Dapango?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And Glei, last week, Dapango, Glei, Badu, even Badu,
these are places in Togo.
Togo, they take Togo's flag and put Ghana flag.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we promised to keep more of a closer eye on the Togo situation. So this morning, we started a show with Nigeria because they have an election. And as we speak, we understand that very soon, Jega will be announcing new results. So we'll come back to the Nigeria situation. My prediction is that it's looking like Buhari is winning, unless something earth-shaking happens in Rivers. So we'll be bringing you some results as soon as they come in from the Nigerian election. It's very clear how connected West African countries are. So as my guest said, there are lots of Togolese who move to Ghana and vice versa. And if you are from the border area like Sky, you would know that what happens in Togo does have an effect on Ghana. And also happens in Nigeria as well. So maybe we need to take a more dominant and important role in the sub-region. But there's a question I have for you. Have you filed your VAT returns or your CST for February? Well, the returns are due before today, Tuesday 31st March. Today is the last working day of the month of March. Please file your VAT, NHIL and CST returns early and avoid a penalty of 500 Ghana cedis and a further penalty of 10 cedis per day each day the return is not submitted.
Thank you.
I hope we can talk again very soon.
Thank you.
On the Citi Breakfast Show.